Good morning, good morning. Well, it's not morning, actually. I'm used to saying morning because most of the time we try to start out in the morning, but today that didn't really work out. So I've had DoorDash on since probably 9:30, something like that this morning. And I got a single $3 offer to go to McDonald's, which I declined. Earn by Time was not available this morning, so I was on Earn per offer. That is the only DoorDash offer I got. So at around lunchtime, I ate and turned off DoorDash completely. And then after I ate, I checked again and Earn by Time was available. So I am now on Earn by Time, but haven't gotten anything. I've been getting several Spark orders all day, kind of randomly throughout the day. None of them have been that great. There was a couple that were okay, but not good enough for me to want to take. They sent me like a $15, I think it was like an 8-item shop, which normally I would do for the, pay per item. But there was like a couple of 35-pound bags of like soil and some other heavy stuff. And I was like, no thanks. The other ones have just been not great either. But I finally got one that was paying, I think, I don't even remember. You guys are seeing it. But it was just a shop for some spaghetti stuff. So it was very, very easy. It was just 2 packs of noodles, 2 cans of sauce, 2 deals of garlic bread, and 2 deals of meatballs. That's all it was. So I just got that one dropped off. At least we got started finally, even though it's almost 2 o'clock. So we'll see how the rest of this afternoon goes. I did end up getting a DoorDash order. It was a Wendy's order for 2 drinks, 2 coffees, and it didn't have a tip on it. Again, on Earn by Time, if you don't know, I don't know if it's in every area or not, but if you hit the little settings button on the top left after you accept the offer, where it says this dash, whatever that amount says is what your tip is. So anyway, mine said 0, so I knew it was not going to have a tip. And I'm on Earn by Time. Earn by Time's iffy. Anyway, I went and picked up the order. It took a couple minutes for them to make, and then I went and delivered it, and it was supposed to be handed to me. I go to knock on the door. She doesn't answer, but as soon as I knock, I hear what I think is someone saying mom, like mom, someone's at the door, or something. No one comes to the door, so I put the little question mark, because some of the orders say can't hand it to customer, and then they make you wait the 5 minutes. Some of them, you have to go up into the settings and say that you've arrived, but you're having trouble contacting the customer, whatever, and then it'll let you just take a picture and leave it at the door. Well, this was luckily one of those where I could just take a picture and leave it at the door. I waited, and I knocked again, and she opens the door and then shuts it. Like, I wish I was recording. I had a weird feeling when I took this order, or when I was driving to the drop-off. I actually was going to try to record on my phone and leave it in the car on my dash, so that you guys could see me hand it off, just in case she tried anything, like saying she didn't get the order or something. But anyway, my pop socket's in a weird spot, and I couldn't get my phone set up good, so I was like, whatever, I'll just go hand it to her. So I took my phone with me, which is a good thing, because I ended up having to take a picture of it anyway. It was just weird that she opened the door and shut it real fast. I was literally standing there with her drinks, and she put hand it to me. So if you don't want it handed to you, don't put hand it to me, guys. Put leave it to her. But anyway, I left it at the door, got a picture, and I walked off. And as soon as I started driving off, she came out and grabbed it. So good sort of morning, sort of afternoon. It's like 11:30. But I did not get out this morning very early because they came to do like the quarterly pest control spray at our apartments. And so I just kind of took my time getting ready this morning, and they didn't get here. They usually get here around 10:20, but they didn't get here till like 10:45, 10:50, something like that. So they were here a little bit late. But anyway, I turned my apps on around 11 and didn't get anything right away. But then I got still on Earn by Time, by the way, still can't go up at all on the acceptance rate, but got an offer to go to Wendy's, went and picked it up and got it delivered. I think I got a screenshot of it at the door. Why didn't I do that? Did I get the screenshot of it at the door? I'm so flustered because this app is really frustrating. It's like to the point of pissing me off at this point. If y'all don't know, I've been complaining about it for the past few videos, but the app just, every time if it's not just a regular take a photo, leave it at the door, or hand it to me, the app can handle that perfectly fine. But the second it's like one of those contactless deliveries where you have to push the call button, you don't actually have to call, but you have to at least click the button. And then you have to take a picture of it at the door, and then you have to leave in the notes where you left the order, right? So every time it's one of those, it glitches out and it will not submit. It will not complete the order. Like, I'll take the picture and I'll hit complete delivery and it just spins, or it'll say something went wrong and I'll have to do it again, do it again. Well, their house was marked on one street, but really the street that it was marked on was the side of their house. So I ended up parking on the side of their house, and then I walked around to the front of their house and I took the picture, and I didn't think to take the picture on my phone. So I was already walked all the way back to my car, and I was like, they probably have already grabbed the food. I couldn't see because, again, I'm parked on the side. They have a huge, like, 8-foot fence all the way around their house. So I was like, okay, I'm just gonna take a picture, because they had on their fence, they had their address. So I just took a picture of their address on their fence, tried to re-upload that, didn't work again. And so again, I had to repeat the process several times, force stop the app, all that fun stuff. And it finally went through. But I just now thought, if I did screenshot the order at their door, I probably could have just uploaded that again. But it is what it is. The order finally went through. It's just very frustrating. I didn't get the screenshot of how much it paid, but I'll go to my pay history or whatever and show you guys. I know it only had a $1 tip. And it's supposed to rain. I think at like 2 or something. So we gotta try to get some orders before then. And yesterday it started raining as well. It started storming, so I didn't go back out. Well, I just had my lunch, and then I turned DoorDash and Spark back on, and I got a stacked order going to a local Mexican restaurant and a drink place for the same customer. And it turned into, I think, $12. It was like $8 base pay, because both restaurants are on like complete opposite sides of town. So I had to go to one end of town, grab the food, and then go all the way to the other end of town and grab the drink, and then come back towards the middle of town to where she was working. And it was a pin required, hand it to me. So I got in there and she wasn't out there, so I texted her, and at the same time I was texting her, she was texting me saying thank you. She told me I could just give it to one of her coworkers, and they knew her pin. So I got the pin from the coworker, left it at the desk for her. Anyway, now I just got a Sonic order, so I'm gonna go over there and get that picked up. The past couple days have been underwhelming, so I am filming a third day for you. It is 11:30 and I just got my first order. I think I turned DoorDash on sometime after 9 this morning. I don't remember exactly when. And didn't get any offers. Turned Spark on, didn't get any offers. So this is our first offer of the day. Went ahead and accepted it. It's about just under $5, I think, to go to McDonald's. So I'm going to go get it picked up. I went home and had my lunch, and then I came back out. I just got a local Mexican restaurant order completed. It was, I think, $5 and some change for a few miles. Not too bad. That restaurant is probably 2.5 miles out on the edge of town. And then they literally lived on the same street the restaurant was on, just like in the opposite direction. So I had to go to the restaurant and then cut back kind of the way I came from. So it really wasn't that bad. But anyway, we got that done. I do have Spark on. It's not showing that it's busy or anything, so I'm not really expecting much from Spark. This week has been pretty bad for Spark. I think I got one order so far, so it hasn't been too great for me. I did a Little Caesars order, just a pizza and some breadsticks, I think. Anyway, got that one delivered, and then I got a couple of not good offers. One was like $4 and some change to go to Little Caesars and then take it like 4.9 miles, so I declined that one. And then the other one was a dollar store and a local Mexican restaurant stack for $5. It was going to the same customer, but I just didn't want to do it for $5. Then they sent me oh, by the way, I switched to earn by time. They sent me a Wendy's order, and it did have a tip on it. It was a hand it to me, so I didn't film the drop off. But very nice lady going to a local business, and I think it was like $6 and some change. Well, y'all, I got nothing else yesterday, so that is going to wrap up the video. Thank y'all so much for watching. I hope y'all enjoyed it, and I will see y'all in the next one.